the month of March, and I'm going to talk about the Denver real estate market. Spring market is coming along, and buyers and sellers just, listen to what's happening in the spring market, because there's something that if you're a buyer that you might want to take action, or if you're a seller, these are things that you need to hear to get your home sold. So if you know who I am, my name is Depot Phillips, the real estate agent. And if your person moved to Denver, relocating to Denver, have any questions what's happening in the Denver real estate market, you are in the right channel. And let's break down what is happening in the Denver real estate market. So what's happening in the Denver real estate market, which is going on, is that, I don't know if you're aware, but mortgage interest rates have dipped below 6% end of February. What happened was that more buyers are starting to come out in the market to look at homes. And what's happening in the Denver real estate market is that there is more inventory. Also, too, pending sales has jumped up 29% month per month as spring approaches, which is awesome. So you know that more buyers are out there looking at homes. Another thing, price recalibration, closed price month to month, but remain down year over year. So basically what it means is that people are buying close to list price, but also too, some of these homes are over. They're just selling the home a little bit way too much than expected, because these sellers are trying to get pandemic money because they spent way too much money over what the actual home worth is. And now they're trying to get money for what they sold a home for, but the market is not, their home is not keeping up what the market is, and we as agents don't determine the market determines its own. So if the home is not selling, the home is not selling, and what it means is that your home is overpriced. So these numbers are very interesting at the market. So there are almost 9,000 active listings going in the month of March, up 9.2.4% month over month, plus 5.07% year over year. So more listings are on the market. Yes, sellers want to sell a home. Yes, they want to cash out. They want to make all the money they have. But the problem is that buyers are just moving slowly in what's happening around the world. And listings 5%, which is up 12.15% month over month. So now the holidays are over. Now we're in March. Spring's almost around the corner. Sellers want to sell their home because they assume more buyers will be on the market. Pending sales went up 29%, which is good. So we know that homes are getting sold in the Denver metro area. Closed sales were 26.29, which is good, up 29%, which is good, down 6.81% year over year, which is okay, but I'm assuming that number will change later on in the year. The average closed price was $682,000. Yes, home prices are again, expensive in the Denver area, but I remember like last year and a half, it was around 750. So 682, home prices are going down because, as I said, people have spent a little bit too much money over home. And monthly inventory stands at 3.42 months inventory, is down 20.28% month over month, meaning that you got tight supply relative to demand as buyer activity accelerates. So now the detached homes. So the average price of detached homes is $750, $921, month over month 1.7%. Year over year is down 3.7%. Medium closed price about $630, month over 2.44%. Year over year minus 2.8. So we can see the active listings for homes for detached is about 750. And we got 5,578 of active homes that's in the market. And new listings that hit the market this month was about 3,500, up 12%. So people are wanting to sell their home. The sellers are. Pending sales, 2,896, almost about 30% of pending sales. So lots of activities going. And closing was 2,060, 32%. So we have seen that there is activity going. People are buying homes. People are getting out. The average days of market is 58 days. So it's down about 17%. And it is, it's as I say, if you're a seller, it's going to take almost about 2 months for you to sell your home. And the medium days is about 30 days. So at the end of the day, sellers, if you want to sell your home, just make sure you price your home accordingly in day one, which is very, very important, because if you don't, your home is going to sit on the market, it's going to expire, and you're going to be very, very frustrated. Now, with attached homes, so this is basically like the condos and the townhomes, 30-40-10 up 12.65% over month, and 13.18% year over, the largest inventory growth across any. So people are in the condo market are just trying to sell their homes because they just went out, family has grown, maybe they want to move out, and they are having some problems because they are not getting the traffic that they want. You got pending sales 841, which is up 30%, which is good because buyers' interest rates are declining. So let's say it got close to 6%. So people who want to own something or get out the apartment are buying these condos or townhomes, which is good. Closed sales 569, up 22% month over month, but down 14.9% year over year, the steepest year over year incline in the market. And average price homes about $422,610. It's down 5%, down almost 8% year over year. And the average days are about 64 days for you to sell a condo or a townhome in this Denver metro market. So this is a detached versus attached side by side. You can see like how for listings for what's it called? You can tell that attached had more listings than detached for active listings of the market. For new listings, it looks like more of detached homes on the market than active, about 12.8. And also pending sales up 29% for detached and 30 for attached. So pretty close to similar. Closed volume, you can see detached at 32% and attached at 23%. So the four forces shaping the February market, what happened was that rates dropped below 6%, which is good, which what happens that more affordability, the lower the rate is, the more purchasing power you have. Buyer activity surges with the rates going low. You can see how pending sales jumped to almost 30% month over month, which is good. So one of the strongest monthly increase in the current cycle. Multiple offers are returning slightly, meaning for when you have a multiple offer on your property, it has to be well priced, professionally staged, well-maintained home in desired neighborhoods. And you have to make sure that if it's priced right, if it looks good and people see it, they will pay at or above asking. But if the home is overpriced, you won't get the multiple offers. So it's very important for you to list your price, list the home correctly in day one. And the luxury market momentum, the home price over about 1 million to almost 2 million saw a significant surge month over month with closing, while properties over 1 million take a little bit longer to sell. Median days about 26 days in the market, but it looks like the luxury listing market is moving in Denver, which is awesome. So now we're talking about the price trends, the closed prices over time. So what it looks like over here, you saw for the average closed price was $682,000. Then you have the median of 580. So this is overall from attached and detached. This is like all together. Like what are the metrics? For average price was 654 for detached and 630. So right now we're talking about the detached market. Then you have attached was 423,000 for average home price, and this was the median. So the overall market average price 682. We got detached average price was 754, attached 423. So the pricing gap between detached and attached homes remains wide and widening. Detached homes command 78% premium over attached properties on an average close price basis. So the attached segment faces the most acute pricing pressure with the average close price down 7.52% year over year. So buyers, what this means to you going to spring market. Affordability window, rates are down 6%. And it improves your buying power. and get pre-approved now, lock a rate because spring rush is coming. But buyers, the cool thing is that you have more options, more inventory. Going into March, there was 9 active listings, up 9% month over month. So buyers have more choices to pick in this market. Also, too, buyers, is that new construction is building homes too, and they're offering a lot of incentives. If you have any questions, comment incentives below this video, and I'd be glad to have a one-on-one call to teach you what is going on in the new construction market. Negotiating power. You have negotiating power, meaning that if you are looking at a home and you see a home for 30, 45, 60, 90 days, there's a pretty good chance that home is overpriced. Also, too, the seller might be very motivated and you might get a steal on that price on that home. And act on quality basically means is that if the home is priced right, there might be multiple offers. So be prepared to move quickly if you find something or you can't believe like, wow, this price is unbelievable. Why is it so cheap? So if you see something like that, move very quick. Sellers, hear me out. So we know inventory is very high in this market, very high. And you see right here what I say, price competitive from day one. Very, very important. Overpriced homes are accumulating significantly more days on market. A well-priced listing generates early momentum. Multiple showings often better final outcomes with price. Very important for sellers is price on day one. Because if you don't, your home is going to expire. You're going to be very frustrated and you're going to blame everyone. Also, two, invest in staging and presentation. As I said, with inventory being so high in this market, you want to make sure you're investing your money wisely in staging and presentation. You want to be that home is when the buyer walks into the door, they're like, wow, this home is magnificent. I need to put an offer in this home quick. Very, very true. Point number 3, know your segment. Detached homes in prime locations still command strong prices and attract motivated buyers. Attached and condo sellers must be recalibrate expectations. This segment faces real pricing headwinds in current environment. So, as I said, homes and prime location is going to get the most motivated buyer. So we all know, you probably heard, location, which is true. So if you have a nice, beautiful home in a prime location that has lots of activity, please make sure that you are following these steps so you can get an offer in your home. And leverage the spring trading. Like, buyer activity is accelerating right now. And what I tell all my sellers is that don't wait till spring/summer, because what happens? You wait till spring/summers, every other seller is going to do the same thing too. So if you know you want to sell, you want to get ahead of this market, list right now. If you have any questions about listing homes or anything, please drop a comment below. List, sell. Then we can have a 30-minute call one-on-one. We can get your home on the market and beat these other sellers before inventory increases in this market. So here's the conclusion. So what's going on in the market? So where we are, as I said, we are in March, and the real estate market is, it's here. And if rates stay, close low to 6%, what's going to happen is that a lot or more buyers will come up. But if rates do go up, then buyers will freak out. But overall, though, for sellers, what you need to do is that if you price your home correctly on day one and do the staging and do all the stuff you need to do, you will get an offer at or above asking. But if you're a person who is, trying to sell a little bit too much or no more than your agent, then if your home doesn't sell, then it's going to expire and you're going to be very frustrated. And time is money, because this market this year is going to be very, very crazy and busy when it comes to sales. So it's very important for you to make sure that you price accordingly. All right. Another thing we want to talk about, rates. For buyers, rates are low 6s. If you like a rate, lock it down with the lender right away. Don't wait. I always tell buyers is that when you get, as I said, don't marry the rate. Don't shop the rate, but don't marry the rate. Because when rates do go down, guess what? you could refinance and save more money, because I just don't want you buyers out there waiting for that perfect rate. Home prices are increasing each year. They're not going down. And you don't want to be that buyer that you're disappointed that you could have bought the home at $400,000 today, but you waited and now it's $450,000, or then you're paying a little bit more than $450,000 and you're paying $470,000 because of multiple offers you want it. So make sure if you find something that you like and it has a longer market time, whatever, jump in a home, lock it in. When rates go down, refinance, guess what? You get more money in your pocket. It's a win for you. For the detached market, condos and townhome pricings are like, it just depends, because yes, inventory is increasing. That market's not selling as quick as detached. But I always tell condos is that, depending how high your HOA is, if your HOA is not crazy, if your condo shows pretty well, you will get an offer. And the luxury market is booming. It's continue to grow. And if you're a person who loves these luxury homes, have any questions, just comment below and we could get you in this luxury home. So thank you for tuning in on my monthly market report. If you have any questions, what's happening in the Denver real estate market, just leave a comment below. My contact information is in the bottom. Reach out to me. I'll be glad to have a 30-minute consultation call to talk about your goals and dreams to get you into a home, help you sell a home. If you're moving to Denver, if you're relocating to Denver, if any questions, reach out to me. If you know anyone who is interested or might benefit this video, share them. Also, please don't forget to like and subscribe because I will post weekly content and what's happening in the Denver real estate market. And you know what's up. I will see you soon.